What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, freedom, free to play, and the world? I am Stefman, and this is my introduction video for all you wonderful freedom people. So, who am I? I am Ambraxis' counterpart in the management of free to play. So, in this video, I'll tell you a little bit about me, I'll tell you a little bit about the channel, and a little bit about what we're trying to do differently with it compared to the other hub channels and to other networks in general. So, let us begin. A little bit about me. I am Stefan, I'm 26, I live in the UK. My work has been in videography. I've done PR and marketing for some games companies. I've done a lot of different things in my lifespan, and I bring sort of a little bit of expertise from a lot of areas and a lot of contacts within the gaming industry. I can pretty much get hold of any games company I want to at this point because I've worked within the industry for so long. So that's a little bit about me in general. I live in a city called Lincoln in Lincolnshire in the UK, as you might tell by the accent. I'll throw up some pictures on screen. It's a pretty historic city. We've got a lot of cathedrals, churches, we've got a castle, we've got all sorts of fun stuff. I'll throw up some pictures here, and here. That's behind my pop screen, you can't even see that. Maybe here. To show you a little bit about my city as well. There's not really a lot to say. I've played probably 90% of the free-to-play games out there. Part of my job has been to keep up on gaming news and stuff like that, so I try to experiment with as many free-to-play games as humanly possible, and there's a lot of them. Sorry if my webcam's lagging a little bit. I don't know what's wrong with it right now. It's frozen. Let me restart it. So, to give you a little bit more about me, and sorry for the webcam freeze by the way, we're going to do a little bit of a jump cut, and I'm going to grab some stuff off my shelf of interesting things that will tell you a little bit more about me. Be right back! So, to show you some more things about me, I have grabbed a load of my nerdy stuff, and I'm going to show it to you. So, for lot number one, we have Batman. Who will give me £5? £5 for Batman, maybe 10. Oh, 15 over there. No. So, I love superheroes. I love Batman. I've got a Robin statue, I've got a Joker statue, I've got all sorts of things all over the place, and that is because I are nerd. Anyway, next thing, which is even more nerdy, is The Raider's Companion, which is an awesome book by a guy called Adam, whose last name I cannot pronounce. Basically, it's a guide to raiding, and it's done in a really clever way. It talks about the history of raiding going back to EQ1 when it was all open world raiding, how raiding worked then when you was on TeamSpeak, 24 hours a day, sat in a room with an alarm on it in case a boss spawns so you could grab it before other guilds. It's got some really cool anecdotes and stuff like that, and that was bought for me by a friend who knows I'm a giant nerd, and I used to raid a hell of a lot. And I've now discovered that I really need a new webcam. This one I haven't used for a while, and apparently the cable's gone a little bit wonky on it. So anyway, back to this little thing, The Raider's Companion. I told you a little bit about the book, now a little bit about my history in MMOs. So I started out in EQ2, which I played for 6, maybe 8 years, something crazy like that. And obviously I started out as a normal player, enjoying the game with a couple of friends. Then I got into a guild, got into raiding and all that good stuff. That was a sneeze, which was probably very horrible on your ear holes if I forgot to silence it. And then I went into the next thing, which is this, Warhammer Online, Age of Reckoning. Who can remember Warhammer Online? Massive PvP game. It was all about PvP pools and PvP warfronts and crazy things like that. It was amazing to start with, but then the expansion hit, and the expansion kind of crippled the game for a lot of us, so that's where enjoyment sort of went out the window. But within that, when the first big update was introduced, where you could attack other cities and then fight the king, we were one of the first guilds to attack an enemy city successfully. Sadly, none of the members of our guild actually got to go in and face the king, but we helped a group go in and face the king. We also held the record for the longest keep held, because you used to be able to capture and take keeps and upgrade them and all sorts of crazy things, which took a lot of coordination, because I think it was 30 something hours we held a keep for, which was pretty much unheard of back when they first got introduced. It was kind of crazy. So anyway, next nerdy thing. Next nerdy thing is this, which actually leads me to two things. Sadly, the webcam is not mirrored, so you might be reading this backwards or forwards, or I don't know. But this is the Dragon Age tabletop role-playing set. Now, I am a massive, massive Dragon Age Origins fan. Dragon Age Origins is my game. I play it through at least once every year. It's just a game I go back to again and again and again. And then I got super nerdy by buying this thing, because I am also a tabletop gamer, though I haven't managed to do tabletops in quite a while, which I sort of miss. Maybe there'll be some tabletop games in the future, because there is a lot of free-to-play tabletop games, sort of role-play games. And finally, the thing that I pulled off my nerdy shelf is Arkham Now. Now, if any of you can tell me what role-playing game this is from, I would be very impressed. I'm going to tell you anyway, because I want to talk about it. Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu is the bomb in roleplay. It's the sort of game where you don't just go on a dungeon crawler and kill 50 million things. It's the sort of game where this one big bad thing will probably eat your face, because the monsters in that are super hard. It's more about investigating things than fighting monsters, because the monsters will eat your face, as I've already mentioned. So that's another nerdy thing about me. I love Call of Cthulhu and Chaosium. Though Chaosium, if you are listening to this or watching this, do you not think it's about time you produced an anniversary rule set in colour like that sexy, sexy French one I've seen? I can't read French. It's no good to me. You need to do it in English. Love you. Anyway, so that's the nerdy things about me. Now, one more thing, I forgot I had this sat next to me. This is my cheaper guitar. I have a decent guitar. This is my very, very cheap one that I used to play Rocksmith on the PC because, again, I art nerd. So yeah, I play a little bit of guitar. I play a little bit of saxophone, a little bit of keyboard. I play a little bit of a few things because I love music. Some of my favourite music is actually really girly because I'm a big romantic at heart. I love to love. So I listen to stuff like Matt Nafanson. Who else can I think of? I listen to a lot of like Bowling for Soup, stuff like that as well. Bowling for Soup I love. Fall Out Boy, their early works were really good. And then I listen to a lot of sort of comedy artists like Tim Minchin, who I love, Stephen Lynch, Axis of Awesome. I could go on and on. Music is my thing. It helps me do everything. I'll be sat editing. And these headphones, they're Sennheisers. Very, very good studio headphones. I'll sit with them blasting, and they can certainly listen to my music in the next room. That's why my ears are about shot. And sometimes I'm like, what? What did you say? What did you say? Even when someone's right here, because my ears have been abused. Poor ears. That's a headphone, not an ear. Anyway, on to a little bit about the free-to-play channel and what we're hoping to do with it. So, obviously you've all seen Sheldon's introduction to the free-to-play channel. Bravo, Sheldon. But I can beat you. I can beat you into submission. Anyway, so we want to do something different with the free-to-play channel. We don't just want it to be a hub channel where we throw your videos up, put your link in the description, and hope for the best like other networks do. We really, really want to help encourage growth through it. And some of the concerns people have come to me with is, well, isn't this just somewhere where you upload videos and make lots of free money with very little effort? No, we don't play like that. So all your videos that you upload to the free-to-play network, free-to-play channel, if you were part of the Freedom Network, then there's a little ID on your Freedom Partner dashboard or on your Freedom Affiliate dashboard or whatever you've got. And if you send us that ID with your submitted video, you'll get all the revenue from that video. That you will essentially get the same as what you would have got if you had uploaded that to your own channel. Except you probably will end up getting a lot more views on the hub if you're a smaller channel. Once we build it up a tiny bit. Because that's what it's all about, the YouTube games. It's about building up, getting your subscribers, getting your watchers, getting active people involved. Yeah. So, yeah, that's one of the things with that. The other thing we're trying to do is we're going to be running a lot of experiments, I suppose you'd call them. So the first one that we're running is basically we pick somebody out of the hat that submitted a video over the last week. We turn to that person and we say, "You, sir, you have been chosen for great honours." And basically we ask them to tell us what their very, very best video is on their channel. We will put a video on the free-to-play channel that says, "All you lovely people there, do you want to win free things? If you would like to win free things, watch this video and tell us the keyword that is contained within it." So there's a little bit of mystery, so people have to watch the video. And we'll get them to comment the keyword in the comments or whatever, and we'll roll a random number generator, and whatever comment that picks will get a prize. So basically we're trying to redirect the traffic from us, so it's not just us getting the views, to your channels. And if that video you upload is entertaining enough, obviously people will want to hang about. So you need to make that your very, very best work, and I cannot emphasize that enough. But you also need to keep your quality standards high, because if you don't keep your quality standards high, people will disperse through time and you'll lose all the new surge of people you've got. One of the other concerns was content creators. Now, I'm a content creator. I'll throw up a few videos here and here of mine, so you can see what sort of stuff I do. And I still subscribe to people. I still watch tons of people's videos, because not only do I enjoy them, but it gives me a bit of inspiration as well. I see something that somebody's done really well, and I'm like, I can use that and change it in this little way to make it my own. Especially with some of the stuff I do in After Effects and things like that. I'm an After Effects nerd as well. I should have brought that up earlier. So, I mean, even if it's just content creators you get over there, it's still, people will still watch your stuff at the end of the day. If your stuff is good, they will come. It just takes a little bit of time for people to come on the YouTubes, because there's millions of users. So you have to make yourself stand out and get noticed. We've got a lot more experiments. I hate to use the word experiments, but that's essentially what they are, because we're trying to see if it works, and if it doesn't, we'll take it off the table, we'll rethink it, we'll re-throw it out there in a new format, and we'll see how it goes again, because we don't want to be like other networks. Other networks, not mentioning any specific names, have a hub channel. You throw videos up there with your link to your YouTube channel in the description and hope for the best. We want to actually feed stuff back in there. We want to allow you to get support from us, essentially. I mean, my aim is to send feedback on as many videos as possible. I've sat today, we've got 100 submissions in the first, I think, 20 hours, and I've sat and wrote feedback out for 70 something of them, and I'll get through to the rest today, and I will send you that feedback back. Why you didn't get selected, or why you did get selected, and what you could improve a little bit for next time. Stuff like that, so you're getting valuable feedback. And we also want to incentivize people, so one of the things that I'll be doing is approaching some of the free-to-play companies I've got contacts within, and trying to get us keys, exclusives, interviews, all that sort of thing. And all that sort of thing will be distributed to you guys. What we need from you is we need the very best content possible, and what this will allow me to do is turn around to, say, Try On Worlds and say, look, we really want to do an interview with you about Rift's Nightmare expansion, because Rift's has got expansion coming up called Nightmare Tides. I'm also a Rift nerd. Look, this is our channel. This is the sort of people we've got on it. Can we get 1 or 2 interviews with some of your people and get the word out there about Rift, because Rift is an awesome game. But I need that content there to be able to do that, to be able to say, look, these are our amazing people. They want to help you because they love your game. Or to go to, I don't know, another free-to-play game, Warface, and say, look, we've got a load of guys that are really good at free-to-play FPS content. They would love to feature Warface. In fact, this guy, and this guy plays it on a regular basis and uploads videos anyway. We would like to incentivize our guys by maybe giving them a couple of keys for an item for your game. Would you be interested in working with us? But again, to do this, we need top quality content. So this is just some of the things that I'm going to be playing with as time progresses. At the minute, it's not worth me approaching people with the amount of content we've got on the channel, but in the next couple of weeks, I'll start approaching more and more people and saying, look, we could do this for your game. It will be amazing. You will be famous. Not that they aren't already famous, but you will be more famous and have more people playing your game and paying your monies. But yeah, that's the sort of thing we're looking at using my industry contacts for, because free-to-play side, I've got a ton of them. But anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to mention to you. Final thing. In fact, two final things. First one, if you've got any questions for me, let me know in the comments below, and I'll answer them there, or I might even make another video and be like, hey, this sexy user asked me a question, and here is the answer for that gentleman or that lady. The other thing, something a little bit embarrassing that I do every now and then. Like, before I start a recording session, I do a mic test, like everybody else. But my mic tests tend to break into songs sometimes. So at the end of this video, I'm going to tag on today's mic test for this video. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Again, any more questions, let me know in the comments. Any suggestions for free-to-play, we want to hear them all, let us know. And we'll see what we can do. If you've got suggestions for a way we can help people grow, then we're all ears. So anyway, I've been Stefman, and Braxis' counterpart in free-to-play. That's youtube.com/free-to-play. If you want to submit a video, there will be a link in the description and all sorts of good stuff, and I will catch you guys later. Bye! This is just a mic check. Oh. Doctor. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's a Stefman, here to tell you all the things about me. Today, I work for free-to-play. As a manager, yeah, free-to-play. Woo! Every day I be working for free-to-play. Woo! I am such a nerd.